Now to the suburbs of New Jersey, where everyone is searching for their piece of happiness.
Say it, but truly, it's what I believe. She'll always be alone.
We're all alone.
Oh, Bill. Sometimes I wonder if any of your patients can talk to you.
Sometimes I wonder if they'll ever stop. I should tape some for you.
Oh, Bill, would you? Would you really? So I could listen too?
No.
Oh, come on. You're such a tease. You know I wouldn't tell anyone.
Right, because you're so secretive.
Well, maybe not as secretive as you.
What secret would you like me to tell you?
American independent filmmaker Todd Solondz, whose only other feature film was the agonisingly poignant Welcome to the Dollhouse, now presents his ironically titled Happiness. In terms of dysfunctional families, the Jordans would have to take the cake. Seemingly happily married Trish, Cynthia Stevenson, is married to Bill, Dylan Baker, a father knows best on the surface, a pedophile not so deep down. Helen, Lara Flynn Boyle, is a successful writer who suspects she's a phony and who's attracted to the anonymous phone caller who says he wants to rape her. He's actually her next-door neighbour, Alan, Philip Seymour Hoffman, who's not really her type at all. And then there's Joy, one of life's major losers who lurches from one painful mistake to the next.
Well, then, good night. And I'll see you in... Would you like to come inside for a cup of tea?
Solondz has created an occasionally funny but mainly excruciatingly painful world in which there are no connections of value and any attempts to form a relationship are woeful misfires. The character of Bill, seemingly a caring father who has honest birds and bees talks with his son Billy, Rufus Reed, is a major confrontation for an audience. Solondz has ventured into the most dangerous of territories here, appalling us and making us weep. The entire cast, which also includes Louise Lasser and Ben Gazzara as the parents of these three women, is stunningly solid and brave. Solondz's writing and direction first rate. This is a daring film, but one of the best I saw in Cannes last year. David?
I think it's very fine and certainly very confronting, and I think we should warn people from the outset that this is not a film for everyone. I mean, it tackles some very, very tricky subjects like pedophilia, but needless to say does not in any way endorse that practice. But it does explore it in a suburban contemporary setting in some very challenging ways, I think.
Do you know what just seeing those bits from the film again, the whole film seems to be made up of one-on-one conversations that are excruciating, occasionally funny, but really, really painful, like the opening one between Joy and John Lovitz, whom she's dumping. And
the thing is, it's all so honest and so true. You feel that these horrible things seething under the surface of this suburb. It's sort of almost David Lynch territory.
Yeah.
But it really is the truth.
He is, I think, one of the truly independent filmmakers working in America today, because the rest of them are starting to look the same. He doesn't look like anyone else. I think this is a really terrific film. I'm giving it 4.5 out of 5.
I'm with you, Margaret. 4.5.
This is all top secret. She doesn't want anyone to know.
Oh. But she told you.
She felt she could trust me.
Because I always thought I was someone that she could confide in. Yeah. Oh, did you speak to Mom?
You mean about the split up?
Oh, I thought that was all top secret.
Just for Joy. Sensitive Joy. Everyone else knows.
Oh.
We talked to Todd Solondz about the creation of the community in Happiness.
There were a bunch of story ideas I had, and in part I suppose I couldn't settle on any one of them, and I just started combining all of them and discovering some kind of common overarching theme.
I'll always treasure it as a token.
No, you won't. Because this is for the girl who loves me. The girl who cares about me for who I am.
It's a struggle of people to connect, to make a kind of connection. And there are many damaged lives that don't appear perhaps quite so damaged on the surface. They're functional lives, but lives that are in pain, and there are all sorts of symptoms that accompany that pain.
Timmy! It's okay, Trish. He's just going through a phase. Leave him alone.
I know,
No,
but
it's okay. I'm strong enough.
I blame it on cartoons. They are so full of violence. And what's with the people that are making cartoons? That's you have to. Joy?
I do think that America is, as a country, is one in which the people experience isolation and alienation more than anywhere else in the world. And which is, perhaps there's a connection to the fact that American pop culture, which is the big thing that it is can provide a kind of illusion of intimacy.
I never get to see you. You're so busy.
You're so busy.
No, you are.
No, you are.
No, you are.
Yes, I am.
Me too.
I wondered if you had trouble casting this film.
Yes. It was hard, but I did find not only a kid, of course, but parents who were supportive and believed in the integrity of the project. So I don't think anyone in the movie ever feels that they've been in any way exploited.
You're supposed to be a specialist in these things, aren't you?
Well, I don't know. That depends.
Look, my son's a fag. I'm not blind to these things.
I think because they really responded to the script, I think that this is what they would all say if they were here. They felt there was meat, that they felt that this was something that they could bring. There was integrity, and there was something that they could really make a leap with.
What do you think could happen if I got him a professional? You know?
Professional...
hooker. You know, the kind that could teach him things. First timers, you know. Break him in.
But Joe, he's 11.
It's hard for me to separate what often I find so sad from what I find so funny. That there's a kind of poignancy for me, that things that I'm very moved by, I find funny, not in a yuck sort of way, but and I think if there hadn't been any humor of sorts in the movie, I think it would be unbearable.
Do you like men?
Yes, but it's not so simple.
Are you lesbian?
No.
I like lesbian.
I didn't know if people would laugh, if they wouldn't laugh, but it didn't matter. I always believed that however they felt about these characters, they would be listening. That you would be listening to what was going on, in a way, and seeing something that I felt I hadn't seen before. And it's that intimacy about issues that are the most personal, the most deeply intimate things about ourselves, and discussed in the most open and devastating way, ultimately.